Yeah. Big IV, Big Four by the people for the people. This is the For the Real Only channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. This is not a game. This is not a test. This is the real thing. And we in here, man. Yeah, another busy day for me. Another busy day. Yeah, another busy day. I'm just checking in, tapping in. About to lay my ass down. What up, VC? Yeah, about to lay my ass down. Been editing all day and everything else. Salute to the chat. Like, share, and subscribe with that notification bell so y'all can stay tapped in as well. Go check out the both channels if you ain't subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Damn, where's my damn? But anyway, hold up. Let me cut this shit. Yeah. So yeah, I started today, man. I started working on this movie trivia. I don't know if it'll be probably next week or the week after. Trying to get a certain schedule going. But I'm trying to wait to some of these people. 2 on the eyes, double tap on the screen, hit the like button for me. Y'all get in here, represent where you from, your city, your state, your area code, your zip code, whatever it got to be. Moni Love, what up with it? What's good with you? How you? Ranch gang. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, you come from that. Um, I kind of feel like, I don't know why, I kind of feel like when you show up from that channel, you kind of on your shit. You on a certain type time. You know what I'm saying? That's demon time, Moni. Yeah, double tap on the screen though, hit that like button. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just came to tap in, man, check in. I've been busy, man. I'm getting ready to take it down soon. 21 on the eyes, 21 on the eyes, man. Yeah, double tap on the screen, double tap on the screen, and this mother, you know what? And jump in here and say where you from, man. You know what I'm saying? Represent where you from. Represent your state, your city. You know what I'm saying? We got Florida in here. We got North Carolina up in here. Nah, I ain't sick. I'm good. I am great. I'm about to be laying down in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm great. Why you ask me if I'm sick? Double tap on the screen. Nah, I'm Gucci. Yeah. Hell yeah. What everybody got going on, man? Holiday over. Everybody went back to work today or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's it. Oh, but what I was saying, yeah, okay. Now that there's a few people in here, yeah, I'm working on the movie trivia. Y'all look out for the movie trivia. You know what I'm saying? I just started working on that today. You know what I'm saying? Put a few questions together. This one right here gonna have a little more difficulty to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I started working on that. We gonna see who is who and what is what when we do this movie trivia. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. So, but this one gonna be different. I'm finna put the rules together. We gonna put the rules out now, so it ain't no discrepancies. We gonna put the rules out in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The rules out in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So what's going on though? Other than that, because I see we got a couple people in the bushes. Ain't nobody talking about nothing. Yep. I might just stay on here tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know, we getting these watch hours up. I might just stay on here tonight. Make it a marathon situation. well, sleep live. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Hell yeah, y'all check out the content. I should jump over on StreamYard, but you know how StreamYard be doing. StreamYard be moving funny sometimes. Well, not by any fault of their own. You know the powers that be really and truly don't like StreamYard and other streaming platforms like that. They would rather you use their platform. 32 on the odds, man. Y'all double tap on the screen, hit the like button. See, you get numbers like that over on YouTube live. A bunch of people, they push you up in the algorithm. A bunch of people would jump on here. Sometimes they jump right off. But yo, we doing a movie trivia on this channel. Y'all trying to make some money. We about to do a movie trivia on this channel. Y'all better like and hit the notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. And know, because we about to announce the date for that this week. Big bucks, big bucks. Cash prizes. Get you a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Get you a couple dollars. Double tap on the screen. Big IV, big 4 by the people for the people. Where you from? Jump in the comments. Let us know where you from and where you representing. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the comment. Let us know where you from. What state? What city? What country? What province? You know what I'm saying? Where you stationed at right now? Well, I'm reporting live to you from New Jersey, United States. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we ain't doing nothing but, man, working, grinding, working hard, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get it, ducking ducking the haters, ducking the all the fake shit and everything. Oh, we got some definite funny moves going on, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. What else is new? This is the internet. This is YouTube. Welcome to the internet. Funny moves is going on. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to 2025. Yes, sir. It's all good. Double tap on the screen. Hmm. They can jump in and out of here all they want to, long as these numbers pile up. That's all. It's all about numbers. That's all we about over here. Numbers in the check. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? 10 on the eyes, double tap on the screen. So we got some sitting in the bushes. Ain't nobody saying that in the night. So I'm gonna assume that's Fillmore, Africa. What up, y'all? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could be a hater, a friend or family member too. That, you know what I'm saying. I know who they is. They may not know I know, but I know who they is. Who knows? Yeah. Look. See. Uh-huh. Drop back down. Oh, he know it's us. Let's go. And then you got the usual. It's always gonna be three solid. Three solid. That three solid is forever there. Sometimes it expand, and sometimes it be that three solid. You can learn so much just from um learning these motherfuckers on this internet and watching these numbers that be up at the top. You know what I'm saying? You gotta study. You gotta study your own damn live. You gotta study your shit. Already though, I don't give a damn. Already though, I know I probably done had. If I get off right now, this motherfucker already got 60, 70 views on it. You know what I'm saying? Just let them pile in. A bunch of motherfuckers pile up and hate. They want to pile up and hate in your life. Yeah, Moni Mo in the building. Y'all go subscribe to I don't know which page she wants y'all to subscribe to. She got two channels. This is her Incognigra channel right here when she trying to be low. Follow her. I don't know which page she just, follow her on either one of these channels. Follow her on TikTok. Everything else. You know what I'm saying? Got the TikTok streets on fire. Yeah, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. 6 on the lights. Y'all double tap on the screen if you didn't do so already. Not TikTok. I'm going by your words. I thought you said you. I thought you said you had it turned up over there. You know what I'm saying? Thought you had it turned up over there. My bad. Hell yeah. Oh, your inbox. Okay. Correction, everyone. It was her inbox was on fire. Her inbox was on fire. But your inbox ain't on fire if you ain't showing out. Are you showing out? Your inbox on fire. Nah, let me leave money alone. Yep. I made the cutoff. I almost didn't go. A lady never tells. I already knows. Look, y'all thought I was gonna miss the cut today. Look, I made it. I made it. Look, I made it before midnight. I've been going live damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? Today I almost didn't. Cause you remember I went live yesterday. And today I almost didn't make the cut. You know what I'm saying? I had to do all this Chef Full stuff, but we all set up with that. Now we got to get back to these cartoons, and I got to check on some interviews, all kind of shit. You know, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. Double tap on the screen. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Not a dime. Yep. A lady never tells. Where the hell is uh Ty at? I didn't see her go live today. Yep. Whoa, no, whoa. Don't you do that? Don't you play no music on here? She probably sleep. Ty ass don't never go to sleep. Wait. Oh yeah, she definitely ain't sleep. It's 10:44 over here. That mean West Coast time. That mean it's 7 o'clock for them. Nah. Damn, what I was about to say. Um, um, yeah. Some people always up on these YouTube streets though. Like yeah, always up. Damn. Yeah. Who this is right here? Starboy. All right, Starboy. What's going on with you? Appreciate you stopping through. Double tap on the screen. Hit that like button. Where you from? Yep. Who we had? Oh, we got. Oh, Moni. Okay. We got Florida in here. We got New Jersey in here. North Carolina. What's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping through. I'm just tapping in real quick. You know, tapping in with the people, seeing what's going on with the real people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a what? Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just in here cooling. Came through here to you know what time it is. Hold on. IV, stop playing. Mm. Yep. I ain't did nothing. Why Young Thug doing so much talking? I'm tired of hearing his name. I'm scrolling on my other phone right now. Young Thug goes off on Kendrick Lamar in explosive jail call. It was explosive. Never be bigger than Drake. Yeah, you either. Well, why he talking so much? Ain't it? Yeah, why is he talking so much? I'm tired of these little dudes, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I be wondering about. It's a lot of people just talking. It's a lot of people just talking nowadays. It's a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for all this talking. Yeah, just be talking just to be talking. Tony, yo, man, salute. Tony, yo, man, in the building. Y'all go subscribe to Tony, yo, man. Go check him out. Check Tony, yo, man out. Double tap on the screen. Yeah, baby. Yeah, what you got going on, Tonio? I see you went and tried them KFC spicy wings. I tried them too. Tonio, big time up and coming YouTuber on the scene. Got me. What you at by 11,000 something? Moving quickly. Yeah. We just here getting us some watch hours. You know what I'm saying? Check out the cooking channel, Chef Full Road to 1,000. I think we had 937 or something like that. So we need 63 more, road to 1,000. Check out the Chef Full channel. Check out Tony Man, Moni. Get ready to make this video. Oh, okay. I see in the comments somebody what you eating tonight, a meatloaf. I see somebody ask you to make a meatloaf. Yeah, we gonna have to figure out what we gonna do for this little cook off. You gonna be the judge. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I figured you. Yeah, that's what they asked you to make: meatloaf, corn, and mashed potatoes. Yep, switch it up on them tonight. Yep, I feel you, OG. Yo, you gonna be the judge, huh? All right, Moni. So helpful. She's always so helpful. Who? Be putting that on me. I'm tired of barbecue food already. already since yesterday. Tonio, what you made yours with gravy or you put tomato sauce on it? See, I'm not you trying to. Moni, you a Slim Jim. Who all in the bushes? Who all in the bushes? Who all in the bushes on OIV? I'll weigh $150. And how tall you said you is? You said you was 5'6", right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, 5'6". Okay, I kind of know what size you is. Tonio said he using tomato sauce tonight. You probably like Black Diamond size. Tonio said he using tomato sauce tonight. So y'all check out Tonio tonight. He said he eating some meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and corn with some lemon thunder. You gotta know how to handle that lemon thunder. That lemon thunder will take you under. You in the bushes. Life of Nikki Lee. What's up, Nikki Lee? Y'all go subscribe to Nikki Lee, the Nikki Lee channel. What's good with you? Yeah, I just came on here to check in, see what everybody was up to. Well, just see what everybody up to. Oh, 11 on the odds. Y'all double tap on the screen. Double tap on the screen. About to sleep good tonight, boy. How y'all know I'm a psychic? Something tells me Fatanya in the bushes. Hey, Fatanya, how you doing? Shout out to my buddy Fatanya. I ate the leftovers from yesterday. Ribs, corn on the cob, potato salad, baked beans. So I'm gonna be making a couple episodes this week. I got a couple items I need to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Yep, just some leftovers. Mm-hmm. We got 10 likes. So 10 likes. I'm trying to get 15. So double tap on the screen if you didn't do so already. Let's get 15 likes, 15, 20 likes, 15, 20 likes on the live. Yep, I'm working on the movie trivia. Cash App prizes will be available. Started working on that today. We'll be doing that this month. For those of y'all, congratulations again to those of y'all that tapped in for the sitcom trivia. We did about a month ago. Yeah, I guess I'm still maybe not him. Maybe with it may continue with Bertha. People want to claim Stu. They want to start telling people, "Oh, hey, I'm the one Stu that they're talking about." I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So people want to claim Stu, so I think the star of the show is really and truly Bertha. Anyway, those the episodes get the most attention. Anyone with her talking, it get the most attention, the most views and likes and engagement in the chat. Matter of fact, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I may have to make that. I may have to hop on that tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow night, 4 to 12. I sure do. Yep. Who we got in here? Who's still in here? Who in the building? Yeah, this gonna transform into a sleep live tonight. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all, we trying to stack these watch hours and get our monetization back. So if y'all happen to catch a, y'all happen to have an extra gadget around or something, don't be afraid to let it sit on here for, a few minutes. Come up out those bushes. Mm-hmm. Me too. Oh, okay. Word. See, I wish. See, when you monetize it, and you give out memberships, the memberships show you who in the bushes. Because if you give out like gift memberships, whoever in the bushes, it'll bring them out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll give it to the people that's in the chat. So it'll gift to people. That is hilarious. I mean, it'll give people that ain't in the chat too. But if it's gonna get the people that's in the chat first. Yeah, I'm looking at that's the situation. That's about to be the situation with the cooking channel too, because I'm about to hit 1,000 on the cooking channel soon. I feel like I'll probably hit it by the end of the month or before. But then it's gonna still be I don't know. I might end up getting smacked with the Chef Fo channel because I don't know how long I got before they erase my hours to get enough. Why I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But even if like I don't know. I don't know how they got it going. So I'm just chilling in the cut. Oh, okay. So we hopefully they don't knock my watch hours down. I really got to. I'm about to start making my episodes long again because I realize these little short episodes ain't been really conducive to contributing to a nice amount of watch hours. Zeta King, what up, bro? How you doing? Who is this? Zeta King, Zeta King. Double tap the screen and hit the like button. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, appreciate you coming through. I've been right, exactly. I don't know what it is. What up, yeah? It seemed like on since I've been back doing Chef Fo, like my watch hours is not moving. I'm like, is they finna hit me or something for my hours, and they just trying to not let me build them up so they could take them? I don't know what's going on, but it's like my watch hours ain't hardly going. They moving so slow on Chef Fo. It's like I can't even tell that they moving. That's how little they moving. Now they moving on for the real only. Salute, yeah. What up? Ain't nothing going on. Just chilling, Zay. I just came through here to tap in, see what the people was up to. Yeah, we got a lot of people in the bushes uh tonight. Haters is amongst us. Beer, spaghetti. Mm. I don't know. I'm laughing at y'all. I'm looking at these emojis. I see some glasses, some laughs, and there. So I'm like, okay, I'm finally home. Shit, yeah. You don't do nothing but work, bro. Zeta King, where you from? Waco, Texas. How old are you? You ain't no kid, are you? This ain't the Mickey Mouse Club channel. It's the 18 and up channel. Yes, sir. Waco, Texas. Putting belt to ass for the rest of the year. You right about that? Ain't gonna be no hateration, holleration, no toleration. Yeah, not playing. What that mean? Yeah, y'all want to hear something funny? One time, like it was in the earlier days of the channel. We was on here, and I think it was on a Sunday or something. I know I had went to this restaurant, and it was like a Mexican restaurant, but they made gumbo. All right, bro. I can't have you on here though. This is like adult themes. I appreciate you coming through. You more than welcome to watch, but I can't sit in the chat. I don't want YouTube attacking me. You can stay in the chat if you want to, of course, but gotta abide by YouTube rules and guidelines. But anyway, we had a kid in here one time. It was me and Dred mainly that was doing most of the talking. And we had a kid in here. The kid was from England. The kid was so damn mature. We thought he was grown. He was having a whole conversation with us. Then the motherfucking kid came out of nowhere and said he was homesick from school. We like homesick from school. Or we told him something. He said, "No, my parents don't mind, or they know, or something." We like, "Oh, how old is you?" The kid was like 10 or 11. We're like, "Oh man, you got to get up off here." Like, we sat up there a whole long ass time and had a conversation with him, and didn't even know he was a kid. So we had to go ahead and get him up off here. You know what I'm saying? And the kid was smart too. He was a alright kid. He didn't act immature or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to get up off here. We on here cussing and saying some everything, and then now you got other people on here don't mind no children. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the because I get reckless sometimes. All right, yeah, this the grown folks. This is not the Mickey Mouse Club channel. I done told them time and time again. This is not the Barney and Friends extravaganza. This ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? This motherfuckers being called shit, you know what I'm saying, on here and everything else, and being referred to in a certain type of manner and on here and everything else. For the Real Only channel. This is not a game. This is not a test. This is the real thing. Yeah. My bad, Zeta King, number one. Appreciate you coming through though. Double tap on the screen. Let us know you're still in the building. Or take your like away and put it back. Let us know you're still in the building. Because I know when I was a kid, I'm finna be where I ain't supposed to be at my own damn self. You know what I'm saying? So we know how it is, brother. We know how it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, kids now is so much more advanced. It's like they smarter than us, but they ain't at the same time. But they is. You know what I'm saying? These kids be advanced, bro. They be just on all types of shit. Like, I was so not, man. I was just trying to play the game or watch something on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these kids be on some other shit. Right. Right. Napoleon. Uh, all right. I'm talking about. I would have never even, as a kid, even tried to be. If the internet would have been in existence and they was like, oh, it's a bunch of grown people on here talking, like my mind wouldn't have been on, because in my opinion, they that would have been corny and they ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Without me even knowing, I'm like, man, I'm about to watch Ninja Turtles or something. I'm about to watch, like, you know what I'm saying? I would have been thinking I was doing the cool shit. It's like they aware, like, nah, this is wherever the grown people at, you supposed to be in the mix. Hell yeah, these kids be doing something. Hey, man, you know why? Because they don't get no ass whooping, Moni. They don't get no whoopings. See, a good whooping to keep you in order. You know what I'm saying? You don't even cross your mind to do certain stuff. And even if it do cross your mind, just the fact that you may get your ass whooped make you be like, nah, I ain't. But you know what I'm saying? You're gonna take, sir. You still gonna take some chances, but you're gonna take far less when you know, a good ass whooping awaits you. That's real. That's real shit. Yeah. Plus, some of these parents need to go to jail, send those little ass kids to the store. Yeah. I remember that though. I remember that though. I remember getting sent to the store in the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, all throughout time. People were it was sending their kids to the store. Like I remember, like they had. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them Atlanta child murders. A lot of them kids, they parents was sending them to the store to get cigarettes or snuff or chewing tobacco or something, and they was never being seen again. It was common. I think I remember my mom might have sent me before with a note and some money, like they gonna give you a pack of cools or something. Like my mom used to smoke cools, the cigarettes, years ago. Give you a note and send, and the money, like bring this back, get this to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't do that now. All this sex trafficking and these weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Send you right to the store uh with the money, and it'd be a note for them to tell you that, oh, they know me, give them this note, and the money be in the note, and they read it and give it right to you, give you the change, take your ass right back on here. Oh, you talking about Atlanta child murder? Yeah, they got a few of them up. They got one that they made like probably 5 or 6 years ago with people who was actually kids that I think survived being abducted by them. I got a friend now that was visiting Atlanta during that time period and said that same guy and another man tried to abduct him out of his family out of his relative's front yard when he was about 5 years old. He was playing in the yard by himself, and they pulled up and told him, "Let's go get some ice cream." And he took off running in the house and told his family, and they ran outside, and the van was driving fast as hell all the way up the street. Oh yeah, your people will see you to the store for any damn thing when you back in the day. But now, hell no. Grandma used to send me. That's old school though. Getting sent to the store. I do. I don't even think kids get sent to the store no more. Do they? Do they still get sent to the store? They got DoorDash now and GoPuff and shit. They motherfucker ordering stuff to the house. I remember, like, dude, that used to be fun though. If you was a kid, you get you some money and they be like, um, go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was fun. I'm finna walk slow and take my time. I might even detour and run around the corner real quick and have a conversation with a friend or two and then take my ass back home. But see, I couldn't do that at a certain point. I could, but because the store was right basically across the street from my house, so they can look out the window and watch you the whole walk. Yeah, I know. They used to send me to get it. I done went and picked up cigarettes, subs, it's all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just go for everything. Oh yeah, them damn uh, yeah, they're going with them food stamps too. I ain't never give a damn about that though, about going with no food stamps. Cause as far as I was concerned, everybody had them. A lot of people I knew had them. Shit. Oh, that's some of the worst thing you can do is try to get a little stick. Some of them little sticks be durable, and them shit sting more. Same, it was hot as hell. Yeah, we had a store. It was some Indians. It was called BJ Deli, and them motherfuckers used to make sandwiches. They was the biggest damn sandwiches in the world. Yeah, man. Another one around the corner. Yeah, them stamps. I don't know. And it seemed like every time I used to go, it used to never be nobody in there. So I never felt the embarrassed. But I remember I think it was one friend I had was kind of embarrassed one time. You know what I'm saying? He had $1 food stamp. I'm saying didn't want to, and was like lollygagging on buying some candy. Hey man, you better hurry your ass up. Turkey necks. Oh, you mean turkey and cheese? Your ass is getting roast beef. Yeah, when I was a kid, they used to send me to the store and have me getting the bullshit. A poor man, I don't know what they did in y'all states and y'all hoods and cities, but in New Jersey, in our town, a poor man was a $1 sub, and it had a slice of spice ham on it, like two little square pieces of spice ham, and it had cheese and lettuce and but it was basically damn near a meatless sub. I call it a salad sandwich. You know what I'm saying? But it was $1, so you couldn't beat $1. So it was called a poor man. So they used to send me to get a poor man and shit, and I'd be bringing, well, yeah, just as a kid, you don't look at it like nothing, because then you start to get older and you start looking around like, damn, this motherfucking shit stacked up. This motherfucking shit right here stacked up. Everybody's shit stacked up. I got this little ass, ain't nothing on my shit but lettuce. I said, hell no. After a while, I said, look, this ain't gonna work. When I got like 7 or 8, I said, hell no. I'm going over here and getting out to that $1 sandwich. Hell no. And the big one ain't but $2 and something. Oh, nah, y'all just go ahead and throw another $1 with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Let, let me get my shit on too. And then it was another one. It was around the corner. It was a little Puerto Rican restaurant, good as hell. It was called La Pancina. And they used to be sending me over there. They used to be getting steak, rice, and beans, and all this shit like that. And then they had $1.25 burrito. One of my Puerto Rican homeboys put me up on it, and I think they was sending him with $1.25. So they were just sending me over there back to back to the La Pancina around the corner, and I'm getting $1.25 burrito. And I'm coming, I just start paying attention to this shit. I'm like, damn. So then one day my mother said, here, you want the rest of this? It was like a little bit of steak, rice, and beans, like I just made on the chef-o. And I ate that shit. I was like, damn. I'm like, oh, okay, they got a racket going on me. And after a while, next time, hey, I want steak, rice, and beans. Hell no. That burrito tasted like garbage after that. Like, nah. Who talking about Jamaican food? But I feel you though. Yeah, she said they was playing UIV. Damn sure was. Damn dollar poor man. I said hell no. It didn't. It didn't stop nothing. Y'all motherfuckers still was. Yeah, y'all just went ahead and buckled and bought the sand. Now it kind of worked. The sandwich thing, because the real sandwich wasn't but $1 and some change more. So they kept sending me on that. But I remember that Puerto Rican thing around the corner. Them plates was higher, so that kind of stopped it a little bit from that. You know what I'm saying? Still was a couple times I went, but that kind of stopped it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was another $5 or $6. You know, you realize how cheap shit was back then? Like now, them same places, a plate of food probably $15, $16, maybe even higher. And it ain't as much food. Back in the day, that shit might have been like $5, $4 and some change. Yeah, my mother used to love it. It was like these little 50-cent packs of cookies, uh, chocolate chip cookies. They used to come in like a brown plastic or like wrapper. And my mom used to be like, go to La Isla. It was a store called La Isla, a little bit down from the Puerto Rican restaurant, like the next block. Go and get me a pack of them cookies and a RC. You know what I'm saying? You know, RC. You know, those some of y'all may not heard of RC, but that's like a Coca-Cola. And my mom used to love them damn RC. She's like, go get me a R and then a pack of them cookies and a RC. And she'd throw me like a dollar or something like that. And this one Pepsi's was in glass bottle. Moni, you don't remember this? You wasn't born yet, Moni. Pepsi was in a glass bottle then. So when you go get it either was a can or a glass bottle. Wasn't no that plastic bottle shit probably started in about 95, 96. It was, and it wasn't them tall, slender bottles from the 50s and 60s. It was like them little short, fat bottles. Yeah, I don't remember that. Double tap on the screen. And something is wrong. Hold on, let me make sure. Somebody leave a comment. Let me make sure my comments ain't frozen. Something ain't right. Might have been some freezing going on. Let me see. I guarantee you. Yep, I knew it. I knew it was some freezing going on. Last thing I seen was okay. Sounds like IV having flashbacks. Facts, IV. Yep. Does public still give out cookies? I am not sure about that one. 5 years ago, the L Super Taco prices 6 to 10, 15, 20. RC Cola bottle tastes better than the can. They used to have that dry stink salt fish for sale as soon as you walk in. Boom. Comment. Okay, yeah, I knew it had froze up or something. I was like, what the hell going on? Yeah. Who you talking about had some salt fish for sale? At one time. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments on one phone and the live is on another. People be talking about refresh. How you refresh? Oh, La Isla, okay. I remember I used to still, boy, I was a quarter juice, quarter water phenom in La Isla. I used to get like 3 quarter juices out of there a day. That was my routine because shit. I remember I used to, if I well most of the time I get $1 and I go to the store and I remember my routine was the 50 cent was for candy and it was a 50 cent juice and a 25 cent juice and a 25 cent bag of chips and the other 50 cent was for candy. So I remember I go in there, go back there on the side because the drinks was all the way in on the edge of the store, in the cut. So I go over there and get a juice, and I put one juice under each armpit, and I'll walk out and I'll get a bag of chips. I put that on, then I'll fill out the 50 cent with like super bubble now later like candy. You know what I'm saying? Or Debbie cake and some now later, whatever. So, but I'll just buy something and then have extra juice. And I did that shit so much, they must have started noticing, like, man, I know we ain't selling all these juices. You know what I'm saying? And one damn morning, I went in there, nickel jingles. I don't even remember what that is. Oh, bootleg now later. Nickel jingles. Fantas taste like McDonald's Sprite. I went in there one morning and pulled the usual routine with the juices, and I get up to the counter. And that day was another person at the counter. So then all of a sudden, I sit my stuff on the counter, and the guy, he just like lollygagging. Then I feel somebody touch the back of my arm, and it was like the usual owner that be there every morning, like the older dude. He's like, put that juke over there. And I said, what? I said, I don't got nothing. He's like, put that juke over there. Put that juke over there. He just kept saying it. I was like, damn, I got caught. And he said, I know your mother. I'm telling your mother. But he never told on me, though. He just gave me my dollar stuff. And then that was it. But after that, if I went over on the side and I took a little too long, he'd come and peek. Put that juke over there. We used to be robbing the hell out of that store. And Moni, what the hell fantas you talk? Oh, damn. See, I be forgetting Moni. Yeah, okay. Fanta didn't exist when I was a kid. It wasn't no such thing. The man with the curly hair and mustache. Yeah. It was a man with black hair and he had like a bushy black mustache. He used to be the one that used to be in there in the morning. I think he used to wear some shades or something. And he was tall and kind of had some weight to him. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of big. Put that juke over there. Put that juke over there. He the owner, Gustavo. That oh okay. Now, that's who caught me. Shit, I'm like, I remember thinking to myself, like, shit, he might as well have let me keep them motherfucker. This shit was under my arm. I wouldn't have wanted no juice bag under nobody's arm. That shit was under my shirt, under my arm. Like I slipped the juice in through my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that motherfucker had deodorant on the outside of it and everything. Fresh deodorant too. That's the morning. We go to school and shit, be at breakfast, eating chips and drinking juice. At the breakfast table at school, we went to the store and shit and saved the candy for class. Hell yeah. I was just about to say that. I wish I could rewind them damn days. You be in a rush to get grown and ain't nothing waiting on your ass but some bills. You be a rush to get to some bills, in a rush to get to some damn bills, basically. And you be a kid, you be a rush to grow up just to figure out that a lot of damn adults still gonna be acting like kids. You know what I'm saying? Boy, boy, boy. We had it good. Damn. Yep, double tap on. Oh, damn, let me get me. Okay. Yep, double tap on the screen. Let me plug this motherfucker up before. Okay, okay. Let me see. Okay, okay, okay. Right there. Okay, now we good. I don't think they ever. I don't know if they ever had me to do nothing wild. I did anything I did. I did that shit on my own. Oh yeah. See, they used to do little stuff. I did little stuff, but I ain't never get caught. You know, only time I got caught. Wait, what was it? It used to just be like little mischief shit. Like I remember, me and my homeboy. He was a Puerto Rican dude. He stayed like on the same street, but down the street from me. And you know how them roofing, like them little roofing shingles, like them little black, they be kind of sharp too and rough. You know what I'm saying? That go on top of the roof. It was like they was like remodeling a house or something. They was doing something, and it was almost our curfew time. So we was both on the way to the house. So we went down this little street called Drift Street, and we get to the corner of that street. That's our street. So we drift in Saddam Street. So we like, all right. So we saw the stuff in the yard. We know we just playing on our way home. It was dark too. It was like just turning night. No, it was at night. So we seen the things in the yard. We just started flinging it like frisbees. So we get the bright idea to let's fling the shit in somebody's car and run. You know what I'm saying? So we like, all right. So just but the plan was to wait till the light was red. You know what I'm saying? So it just so happened it was like a older dude. He pulled up at the corner and he had his window open, and we threw that shit like frisbees. I think I was the one did it. Threw that shit like a free. That shit hit him in the side of the face. You know them roofing shit. That shit be rough and abrasive and everything. And it hit him in the side of the face. So we took off running. So we crossed the street right there, and then we immediately stopped running and we start walking fast because we basically home, like we right like kind of a few houses away from our houses or whatever. So and he at the light, so we ain't expecting nothing. So all of a sudden somebody grabbed me up, and then my homeboy, he took off running. He said, "My run, just," and he took off running. But the dude had me gripped up by the arm, so he talking about some what are you doing? What are you doing? It was like it was like a older black. He had to be probably in his late 30s, early 40s, but he was like a black Hispanic dude. You know what I'm saying? He was Spanish, but he was black. You're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And just as he was doing, he was grabbing my arm tighter and tighter. He was pissed off. And just as he was doing it, my oldest brother came around the corner, and my brother Roderick, and grabbed him. I said, "What you doing, man? Get off my brother! Like, you get off my brother! Why you got?" Yeah, and he snatched his hand off me. He said, "What you doing?" So he started explaining to my brother or whatever. I ran home. So then, as I was walking, my brother started talking shit to me because he was catching up. He was like, "Man, you better stop such and such and such." And then it just so happened my mom walked out on the porch with the cordless phone. And my brother said, "Hey, he just did." He told my mother. And my mother, I threw a Pepsi can in my probably about half full with soda. So you get your ass in this house. Hell no. There used to be little shit like that. We used to be, man. We was terrorizing that street. Bob drove, yeah, snowballs. We was terrorizing that damn street. Anything went down on that street, uh, we when I was a kid, my family was involved in it. Any drama or action, hell no. She's Bob Drew. I thought she said Jew. Yep. Yeah, fill up them water balloons and throw them, throw them out the window while motherfuckers walking down the street. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, I did. Hey, we did that to Dada one time. Knowing him, he probably got his ass whooped. One time we sent like 15 pizzas. This damn pizza place still won't deliver to where I live at now from back in the day because I've been living out here for years. They still won't deliver out here. We ordered like 15 pizzas one time um to one of our friends' houses, and we overdid it because we was on like three-way, and we was like, yeah, man, I'm hungry, oh, I kind of want some pizza. We were just like playing around, and then we sent like 15 pieces over there, and then all we heard was we heard the doorbell ring, and then he was like, hold on. And then we just heard a bunch of commotion, but it was like muffled in the background. And then the phone hung up. Then this motherfucker called my phone because we had hung up. He was like, "Why?" Me and the other one, and he called my phone. Why y'all send that pin piece? And motherfucker was crying on the phone. I said he probably got his ass tore up. He wasn't thinking. And them motherfuckers still to this day do not deliver nothing to that complex. Like, nope. Mm-hmm. I don't remember y'all doing that though. Dan Filippo's had some good ass pizza back in the day. We be sending that shit. We sent 15 of them joints over there. I know they was like, man, what? I know they was mad as hell. And he must have physically had them because he was like, why you send all them pieces? I said he probably had more. It was probably more than one of them that showed up. They probably about two of them showed up. I think we just ordered like pepperoni. Man, I remember we been, bro. I remember, fucking, we used to be at his house, Napoleon. I remember 2 times the damn detectives bust in there while we was in there. One time it was me, him, and Devin, and they bust in there looking for his uncle. And it wasn't like no raid. It was like, I believe he owed them cops money. He owed them money or something. Like it wasn't even no raid both times. Like she opened the door and they like the grandmother opened the door and cracked it and they just pushed their way in and came in there raising hell, cussing, yelling, where and all this. And I was like, man, must have been working for them motherfuckers. And then he was so and had a whole family used to hustle and he was so scared of, man, I never forget. And Devin was mad with me. I let him talk me into, bro, one time the complex I was in, right, the complex was, it was like all these buildings. My building was building 6. A friend of ours lived in building 5. Some of the keys to the building work in some different doors because each building got 4 doors and 6 apartments in each thing, in each door. So some of the doors in one building come up to work for another building. So one time we had we was like, oh, let's go over this one dude house, one of our friends. So it was 3 of us. So we went over to his house and we discovered that our key worked for his door. So we went up, he lived on like the 2nd floor. So we knocked on the door and it wasn't no answer. So we was just like, nobody was there. So we was just horse playing in there's 2 apartments up there. And he stayed across the street from some Puerto Ricans. So we just was horse playing up there. You know what I'm saying? And like, play fighting and all this and that. So we getting ready to leave out the hallway. So across the hall from their door was, like I said, some Puerto Ricans. They had a plant outside of the apartment. Like it was like a plant, a tall plant. So we just in there playing and the plant was fake. So I happened to grab the plant just playing around and I pulled the plant up out of it was like a pot sitting up under it. I pulled the plant from up out of the pot and it had like some newspaper looking stuff wrapped under it. And I shook it. And when I shook it, a big clear plastic bag fell out and it had something white in it. So everybody went for it, but I grabbed it first and got it. And I was like, what? And I stuffed it in my coat pocket. And then we looked up under the bottom of it, but it was nothing else in there. And we sat it back in the pot. I took the bag out and it was a bunch of $20 bags of snow in there. It was a bunch of them. I don't even know how much it was, but it was a bunch of them. It looked like it probably was easily, might have been a couple hundred of them in there, 200 or 300. It was so many of them. So this dude who house done got kicked in, the same dude we sent pieces to his house, because the other dude telling me like, man, we can go in the Ville, which was the complex next door. He's like, we can go over there and sell it. We can go over there and sell it. And then he was like, and I was like, man, that's going to take too long and all this and that. He was like, man, we could just find somebody that can buy it off of us and we could split the money and they'll buy the whole thing and all this and that. So he's like, man, let's go sell it. Let's go sell it. So, and then this dude crying, he like, because I guess he been seeing his uncles go to jail. So he like, man, we gonna go to jail. Our life gonna be ruined. He just was crying, acting like, so after a while, he started making me nervous. I said, damn, like, he started making me feel like I'm really gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So he kept crying and crying and crying. He was like, let's just call the cops and let's just give it to security. Because it was like security at the front of the apartments. He's like, let's just give it to security. Let's just give it to. He kept crying, so I let him talk me into it. The whole while, the other dude, he keep trying to tell me, man, I'm telling you, we can go sell it. Da, da, da. So we went up to the front and gave it to the security, and he called the cops, and then he told me they'll give us a reward. This was we young, bro. We was probably like 11 or something like that. So we we wait. He called the cops. The cops come, but when we gave it to him, he opened it up and was like, act like he was looking at it, and he looked like he threw something in the corner. And we was saying that while he was waiting for the cops. Like, I think he threw something, like I think he took some of them shits and threw them in the corner. He threw something. And the cops came. We was like, we get a reward. He was like, oh no, we wish we could. They was like, how you found it? And then we told him how we found it and all. So which was a lie. We didn't, we couldn't tell him because that was our friend apartment. Well, it wasn't his, but it was still in the same area. So we told him we found it, and then it was like, all right, we wish we could. And I remember I felt so damn stupid. I felt so damn stupid. I was like, man. So then my other homeboy was like, man, you let that nigga talk you. I don't know why because even though we was hanging with him, we considered him a nerd. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like a nerd move, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you let him talk you into giving it, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we could have had the money. He's like, we could have had even more money because he didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, why you let him talk you? Like, he had me think, I'm like, okay, I thought we'll get some money for the cops will give us a reward. Like, we young. I wasn't thinking right. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to get some money or something for turning it in. And we gave it to the damn security and waited right there. We didn't get a damn thing. I know, and all. Now that I know what I know, man, if that wasn't at least $2,500, $3,000 worth of 20s in that clear bag, it wasn't none. Y'all should have called me. Yeah. You remember the dude I got in trouble with in McKinley? It was the people across the hall from him. It was some Spanish people. And when I picked up the damn plant and shook it, just playing around, and that shit fell out. Cause them poppies be plugged. They be knowing where to get where to get something. You know what I'm saying? Not to be stereotypical, but anytime I've been around some, probably except for on Saddam Street, anytime I've been around some poppies, it was never far away. You know what I'm saying? It was never far away. It was always somebody around had it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's who started crying, Dada. But I'm talking about when I got in trouble in McKinley in '98. The kid I got in trouble with, it was in his across the hall from him. It was a Spanish woman and her son living there. He was older than us. Yeah, Dada started crying. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Please don't do this. Do you know what you're doing? You're gonna ruin your life. You know how your life is gonna be if you do this? He was crying. Like it went on for about, we was walking outside, he was crying and everything for like a good 30, 40 minutes because we was talking. And then you don't know Devin. Devin kept saying, man, I'm telling you, man, let's just go in the video. Like, because I had it. When I first came back up here, I know he told on me too. When I first came back up here, man, I was working at a temp agency while I was looking for a job at a warehouse, and it was all these like Spanish people there. They didn't, none of them know no English, so they used to be doing a lot of unfair shit. Like at lunchtime, instead of sending everybody to lunch, they would send people separate, like each line. They'd be like, okay, y'all go to lunch. Then a couple minutes later, okay, y'all go to lunch. And a couple minutes later, okay, y'all go to lunch. And it seemed like they had all of us in the same section separated. So they would send us last. So when we would get in there, everybody will be at the microwaves, taking up the microwaves. They'll all have each other food in there, heating it up. So then by the time we got a chance to heat our food up, we couldn't heat it up long because like the food would be like lukewarm. It'd be still kind of cold, and we'll have like literally 5 minutes to eat, 10 minutes to eat, and then you think about you want to go smoke a cigarette and everything. So we used to be mad as hell. So what I started doing, and it was me, and it wasn't just me, but I was probably doing it the most. I started to, like, not long before lunchtime, I'll go to the bathroom because the bathroom was in the same area as the break room. So I started to go over there, and then I'll warm my stuff, and everybody be like, yo, put mine in there with yours and everything. So I knew everybody's stuff. So we might have like 4 or 5 people's stuff in there and heat it up. They didn't like that. They didn't even know who I was, in particular. And Dada was in that warehouse driving a forklift. And then um, um, they when I got to the thing, they said, "Oh, you they don't want you to come back," and they said you be taking break early, you leave early for break and all this and that. And I said. Me? I said, how they know? I said, and then the girl said, they said Justin Armstrong. And I said, okay, because they didn't even hardly know no English. I said, they wasn't nobody but Dada. They probably asked because they knew I knew Dada. They probably asked him, what's his name? And he told him. Raggedy mouth ass. Yeah. But yeah, thinking back to that, either way, we probably would have took a L some type of way. Because if we did take it over there, somebody probably would have got over on us in the Ville if we didn't know who to go to with that shit. Okay, don't tell me. Wait. All right. Hour and 20. They will hold some shit in a minute. Washers, dryers, and the laundromat. Yeah, holding up the microwave and for each other. And he was in there kissing there. He the only black person in there. He was in there kissing everybody ass. I said he ain't did nothing but went into. Oh, I know he told him my name, and I ain't seen his ass. I seen him one time since. Um, but and it was downtown, and it just at the 7-Eleven. But it just so happened it was somebody from the church that we used to go to that I seen, and I was talking to him, and he happened to walk by, and they spoke to him, and he spoke to me, and I just nodded my head and then looked at him. I wanted to say something to him, but I always wanted to say something to him, but I know you told the motherfuckers my name because they wouldn't have known who to say it was, like who to, you know what I'm saying? Out of all of us that was going over there. Oh yeah, the crab line, and oh yeah, the seafood line. And, oh man, me and Black Diamond one time went to the Chinese buffet and the hibachi station. You talking about? We was lined up behind uh two, and they took all the damn steak up there, and you should have seen how much steak it was, and they took it all, and we was just looking at them like. So we just went and got some regular food and sat down, and they came apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry, but you just gotta, when they got it, you gotta take advantage because this is expensive, and something they said. I'm like, that's just such a dumb logic to have. It's a damn buffet. They gonna bring it out. They gonna keep bringing it out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just greedy. Yo, y'all seen that meme on I think it's on Instagram. I seen it on Facebook where they had a buffet and the people bought out some chicken and all them damn that made me mad. All them damn black folks started grabbing chicken. One woman stuck her damn hand in the damn pot and was grabbing chicken. I said, I wish I was there. I'd have said, why you put your nasty ass hand in this thing of chicken? They better be lucky I wasn't there or my mom was there. Cause like I said, Big Bertha, she don't look like my mom, but that's how my mom be talking. My mom, you putting your nasty ass hand in that chicken, whatever. It'd be all there. I couldn't have been there watching nothing like that. That's so embarrassing how they was grabbing that chicken. I was like, look at these motherfuckers right here. But that is what they do with them crab legs. They be at the buffet. They'll get big plates of shrimp and crab legs and take them over to the table. Get everyone in the thing. I'm like, come on now, like that's just like let other people get something too. Shit, you eat the motherfucker and bring it. It's gonna be some more when you go back. Hour and 28 minutes. Come on, watch hours. Mm-hmm. Man, we like my mother, when I was growing up, my mother, she used to always, we had this buffet place and she used to love to go to it because they had some good breakfast. So we used to go probably every Saturday or every other Saturday. And my mother funny as hell. So she, yeah, I remember that helped the homeless scheme. She um we didn't, man, we done seen some characters at buffets. You got people that won't leave and they'll just sit there forever. You motherfuckers, man, you would come in there, they be in there, a bunch of plates piled up, and you eating fast if you got a bunch of plates piled up and the people can't even come get them yet off the table. And then we'll sit there ourselves for 35, 40 minutes before we go, and then we go and they still there eating. And you're like, damn. And I remember, oh man, I remember it was this one dude. He looked like prison. If it was a human embodiment of what jail is and a black person in jail is him. It was this real big, tall dude. He had like a lot of size to him, jet black. And I remember I hate to be stereotypical, but he had the biggest damn lips and known, man. And I remember he looked like he had just got out of jail. Like he had on some sweats and some Timbs. His feet was real. He was just like giant. He was like a giant, bro. His Timbs was big as hell. Like I'm talking about, he had to be like Shaq. He probably one of the biggest people I ever seen in my life. So he with some girl. I could tell he got out of prison. And I even my mom said he must have got out of jail or something. So I remember like him going up there. I remember it was so many plates on the side of the table, but he was loving the mashed potatoes and gravy. This man was eating mashed potatoes, and I'm talking about me and my mom was disgusted. I'm talking about this man had so much white shit all over his mouth and kept licking his lips, and his whole lips was just glowing and glistening, mashed potatoes and everything. And he was just, and every time you look, he was just eating so fast, and he getting back up, walking back up to the line, mouth looking nasty. And we like, look at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking, we done seen, bro, some people really show their home life at the buffet. If you showing up grabbing a whole thing full of food, you show that you ain't used to nothing. If you go there and eat 100 plates, you show you ain't used to. A friend of mine, rest in peace to him, he got put out of the buffet. He made the Chinese people put him out. Say, you gotta go, you eat too much. Made him leave. He ate so much. We um um made him leave. Well, when they told him he had to go, but they just meant that he couldn't eat no more. And I'm like, I'm like, bro, they can't do that. That's a buffet. How they gonna tell you can't eat no more? But we ended up leaving because he couldn't eat no more anyway, and we had already ate all we was gonna eat. But you know, he was getting all these crab legs. This was down in Florida. He was getting all them snow crab legs, and that man ate so many damn snow crab legs. Then people came to him and told him he got to go. He got to leave. He can't eat no more. So he must have ate them out of a lot of money with them damn crab. I'm talking about that man had so many crab shells piled up, and then next thing you know, you pile up another plate, the whole time we was there. It was to the point when we was just sitting around talking and bullshitting and joking, and he still was eating crab legs. Told that man he gotta go. You know, they said this motherfucker done ate up 3 cases of crab legs. And them Chinese buffet crab legs don't be of no real quality to me anyway. Sometimes they be dry to me, or the shells be all soft. Them snow crab legs, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that man was killed, and that's what people be. That's what people go. When people, man, black folks do it too, though. So you said about the Spanish people, that is true though. Black folks be doing that shit too. Black folks will sit there longer eating them, and Spanish people will get big multiple plates of them and empty the thing out. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like nobody acting like that when they go somewhere. And I ain't gonna act like I remember Fatanya was just telling what's your name, like he the type you go trick or treating and you supposed to take 2 pieces of candy. He'd take the whole bowl and dump it. And that is exactly when we used to go trick or treating in Kingsbury Acres. My sister used to take me and my friends and my nephew and us trick or treating. And she'd drop us off in this complex called Kingsbury Acres. It was like white folks in there, like a lot of white folks. It was like some real nice condos. And she used to drop us off in there. And uh some of them people, I guess they didn't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? So they'd just leave a big giant punch bowl of candy outside in front of the thing and put a sign on it that say take two. What? Man, we'd go up to that motherfucker grabbing handfuls till it's empty and run off. And it got to the point where like the first year we went trick-or-treating all night. And that motherfucker was like a maze at night. Like it was like the first year we was going around for so long until we finally got done. We had to find a phone booth, but we stopped because people who was going and people was like, "You guys been here already? You guys been here already?" Because it was like nighttime and we was confused. You know what I'm saying? But so after that, but like every year after that, it seemed like a lot of people was doing that, just leaving a bowl, and we just be our trick or treating was lasting 45 minutes. We just was walking around out there playing because our bags was full. Oh yeah, let a kid fix they plate at the buffet. People be doing nasty stuff. That's why I don't like. I don't go to buffets like I used to. People be. I can't stand when somebody do that in a house. Like when somebody dips one utensil in something and then take that same utensil without rinsing it off and digging it in something. I'm like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So if somebody like you got mashed potatoes over in the peas or vice versa. Like you don't take the same spoon and dip it in something else. I can't. I hate that. People be doing that at buffets. Hell yeah. Damn, what's this noise out here? Fuck is that? That shit. Is that a helicopter? That motherfucker sound real low. Hmm. That shit sound like it was outside my window. Hmm. Anyway, yeah. Y'all heard that? Could y'all hear it? I'm like, cold. The mothership, baby bubba. What the hell was that? The window was vibrating and shit. Like, what the hell? Like, this motherfucker sound like it's right outside my window. Hell yeah. Another thing, do they go trick or treating nowadays? One of my friends, that motherfucker, he always had a makeshift costume. I known him to have one real costume, or he always had a homemade. I remember that motherfucker came to school with some old clothes on that was big. It was like somebody else's clothes. Cause the thing used to be every year, what he gonna be? Cause he used to always be a homemade costume. Motherfucker came with some big, yeah, on a red lumberjack and all this shit. So then we that motherfucker came to school and we said, "What are you?" He was like, "A bum." That motherfucker had some black, ashy black jeans and some boots and a red lumberjack like type of thing. Look like one of them. What do they call them shits? The motherfuckers in the West Coast, a Pendleton or whatever. Look like a red lumberjack type of black and red shirt. I was like, man, what the fuck? This nigga talking about he a bum. I'm like, they just making anything now. I have no idea. I don't even know if that's a real thing or not. I just really heard, like I heard of it, like I heard of the New Jersey Devil. I thought it just had something to do with like the team. You know what I'm saying? The hockey team. I didn't know until some years back, probably 7, 8 years ago, that that was supposed to have been something that was real. But it's probably a lot of little stuff like that be lies. That the damn chupacabra, Bigfoot, is that type of stuff. You know what they say is real though? They say that Mothman is real. Yeah, they say that shit is real. They and they say and they said it some shit jump out in the middle of the street and and they look like a tall. It looked like a bat that like stand up. It looked muscular, and it's black, got big black wings and shit. And motherfuckers get scared, and that motherfucker shoot, make motherfucker run off the road. You know what I'm saying? Be appearing at night, and they say that shit fly. They made a movie called The Mothman Prophecies. Yeah, the Jersey Devil. Jeepers Creepers, hell no. I ain't seen that. You know what, bro? That movie, they did their thing with that movie because if you look at it, bro, not too many. Because I guess you can qualify Jeepers Creepers as a slasher flick, like Michael Myers, Freddy, Jason type of stuff. Not too many after that whole era of Michael Myers and Jason. Nothing ever really stuck besides Scream. You know what I'm saying? Which I felt was highly overrated. I never seen not one Scream. I know what you did last summer, but I ain't never seen Scream. And Jeepers Creepers was like a different type of thing, but it stood up, and that it became legendary because they made a bunch of them. But out of that shit, that little scene when I first seen it, when they driving down the street and he going to throw that body into that them pipes, and he caught them watching him dropping the body in the pipe. That shit was a scary ass little scene because I remember when we went to see it and he looked, all you heard was everybody in the theater say, "Oh shit, go go go." That's all you heard was people saying, "Go go." Like that part resonate with people, and that was the best part out of all the movies, was right when he was throwing that body in that pipe. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. The Mothman is supposed to be some, and I believe it been down because when my friend, he had a landscaping business, he passed away, an older guy. He was telling us a story how, and it got confirmed through the people who he told who was there. Like it was like two people that was there that used to be around, and they confirmed it too. But it was this road. First of all, it's this road down there in Florida where years ago, probably about in the 50s or something like that, a white girl who was like the prom queen on prom night, something happened to her and she disappeared. And they say that her ghost is on that road. Like it's been people that said they've picked her up and giving her rides, like, and it always be on that street. That's something that has existed. But on that same road, which is called a prom queen road, is like a lot of trees and bushes, and it's like woods, and it's like a weird looking street. It's narrow, and it's like nothing but woods and trees. It's like a scary looking street if you drive down it. um and they was saying how one time they was like on a job late, so they was coming from the job, and it was like near turning dark, like it was getting ready to turn dark, so they was trying to hurry up and get off that road because it's narrow and it's like a weird road. So they said they was going down the road and they seen something. Now they didn't know nothing about Mothman. I knew about Mothman, but when they when they described it, I'm like, I wonder, is that what they talking about? Because they was like, all of a sudden we coming down the road and they was like something black that was standing up and had wings ran out in the street, and it stopped and it looked at them while they was coming towards it, and it ran. It didn't even run. They said it flew back into the bushes. Like it landed, stood there for a split second, and flew right back in the bushes. And they said it was standing up and it was black and it had wings. And it was funny because I remember my friend that died, he said the guy that was driving, he confirmed it too. His name was Edward. It was 3 people confirmed it, and I asked them all separate. And he was like, he said, Edward, you drive this motherfucker. He said, you drive this motherfucker. He said, you do every bit of 100. He said, drive this motherfucker. He said, he took, and then they sped until they got like out of that area. And then he said, the next day, someone told him that it was like people in like fire department and like people out there. He don't know who they was, but it was people. They was, I don't know, was they some type of law enforcement or some type of officials that. And this was another landscaper, what guy with a landscaper business told him that, said they was out there in them woods and they was burning the woods. So I don't know, was they looking for the whatever that was, but they was burning and people couldn't figure out what was going on. It wasn't in the news. It wasn't on the news. It wasn't in the newspaper or nothing, but they was out there walking through them woods, burning them woods the next morning. So they probably was trying to burn them all night. Ain't no telling what they was doing. Somebody saw something and was in there trying to smoke whatever it was out. So when they telling me what it looked like, I'm like, that sound like what the people say that Mothman looked like. Hell yeah, nigga. IVs, Are You Afraid of the Dark, nigga. Bedtime stories. It was a dark and gloomy night. Well, Martin said, why it got to be a dark and gloomy? For real, though. Hey, you right, yeah, because when you young and you see something scary, you always want to see something joyful after that. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I want to see a Snuggles commercial, nigga, a Downy commercial. I want to see some colors and a happy looking white woman on a commercial or something, a cartoon or something. You know what I'm saying? Can't go to sleep off this shit. Turn some lights on in here. Who was that? Napoleon? Was that might have been our? Was that our? Somebody said it was might have been my granddad. Said he was walking through a graveyard or past a graveyard at night, and something said, "Ain't nothing but me and you tonight," and he took off running. A voice. Shit, he did right. I said it sounded like shit. You are you sure? Because I ain't nothing but me and you tonight. My ass is you tonight. That's who out here. Yeah, I ain't even turning to see if that's the actual person that said it. The fact that it's nighttime, late at night, and I'm by a graveyard, and I hear something say that, bye, running time. Now that's some scary shit right there. So much would have went through my mind. A ghost, a KKK, or who the hell that was. You know what I'm saying? Bye. Eight on the 17 on the likes. Double tap. Hidden things are everywhere, and they're revealing themselves to the public. You right. I remember I had a when I got in some trouble years ago, they had me with a big brother. He went to the they called it like a big brother, like I guess it's like I don't know what type of major he was because he went to Rutgers. So that was like a part of his coursework or something, I guess, where they had him. His name was Lee, and I remember he took me to a Rutgers game, and one time he took me to an arcade and stuff like that. But one time we was driving back, I think we was coming from the Rutgers game. No, we was coming from the arcade, and it was like at night, and we seen a ball of light in the distance drop down and pause and then shoot up real fast back up in the sky. And he's like, "Hey, did you?" He's like, "What's that?" You see that? Like we sat there and watched this thing like descend, stop, and pause for a few seconds, then skyrocket straight up in a straight line back in the sky. And we he's like, "Did you see that?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "What is that?" I said, "I don't know." Like we was scared. I said, "I don't know what that was." That shit came down and stopped and shot up. But it wasn't nothing but a UFO. Them things out here, man. You know, ain't no points in nobody kidding theyself after all these years. And them things out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I believe that's what them damn drones was a few months back, driving everywhere, flying everywhere. Oh yeah, I done been some places, man. I done been some places, especially you get down in South Jersey. South Jersey, you talking about some woods and forests. It's some places in South Jersey, man. Um, Even if you get like around, like near and around the Atlantic City area, it's places in South Jersey, man. You wouldn't even if I just say if you was in a car and we was going on a road trip and you went to sleep and woke up, you would be asking me where we at. Cause it don't even you wouldn't even think it's New Jersey. That shit look like it can be fucking the backwoods of Mississippi or somewhere. Or the Alabama. It looked like you wouldn't even trust me. You wouldn't even know you was in New Jersey. I done seen some shit now. I'm like, I ain't know Jersey had shit that looked like this. You know what I'm saying? And make me uncomfortable. I wouldn't even live out here. I wouldn't want to live out here. I wouldn't want my car to break down out here. Because one people don't think it, but it is KKK up here too. Because it's been a big rumor that the town next to me, which is called Somerset, it's been a big rumor for years that they out there. I can't confirm it. I ain't never seen them, but it's been said. It's been said for years. They better stay their ass in there though. It's your partner. What's up? They better stay their ass at wherever they at though, and they better not come out with nothing. This is not Mississippi, but I've heard it. Pine Lands. Yeah, you go to South Jersey, man. I'm talking about it's some places you like, damn, where the hell I'm at? Shit look just like a scary movie. Look like somewhere where like just like the scary movies, look like somewhere if you run out of gas, that's when the movie get crazy, or you be somewhere, or let me stop, it be some raggedy motel, like let me stop over here, and then that's when shit get crazy. It look just like places like that. And they talk about them sundown towns. They got them all in PA and at Pennsylvania and everything. You know, sundown towns in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania got a lot of little places like, man, there's places in Pennsylvania, especially when you get out western Pennsylvania, like eastern Pennsylvania is more traditional East Coast looking, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, things like that. You mess around and get out western, like you going toward Ohio and all that, man, shit start looking crazy. Man, I'm talking about Man, I remember when I went to Ohio, I remember stopping at some damn place, and I'm talking about this in Jersey. Everybody there was so, it was like not far outside Ohio. Everybody there was so country. They was looking at me so crazy. I'm talking about I ain't see no hardly nobody black. I went up in the store. I'm looking around like, man, what the fuck wrong with these motherfuckers? And I remember that day because I remember I was talking to my lawyer on the phone when I pulled into this place, and I was like, I'm looking, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, it just didn't. And there was this net seedy ass motel directly across the street from this gas station in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't nothing but woods. It was so raggedy. Look, I was like, bro, I wouldn't be caught dead out this motherfucker. And I believe to this day that I might have been in the sundown town because they was looking at me like I was an alien out that motherfucker. Like, what the fuck is this motherfucker like? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was not far outside Ohio. Hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, y'all go subscribe to It's Your Partner. Anybody on here that ain't never subscribe, go check It's Your Partner out, man. We have plenty of those out here. Yeah. But see, people automatically see people when they think of the Northeast, they think all of it look like New York. So they think everything is just brick buildings and like bricks and slums and projects and all, and it ain't like that. Yep, it is a lot of country ass. It is a lot of country ass parts, country ass areas in the Northeast. Man, go on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, like if you go on tour like Salisbury or Ocean City, like you about to hit VA, it ain't nothing. All you see out there is farmland, pickup trucks everywhere. Everybody got a damn pickup truck. Cause see, it's tricky. People don't actually know, and the thing is, I think Southern people don't consider it, and the people up here don't consider themselves to be Southern. But really and truly, Maryland is the South. I think the by going by man-made laws, the Mason Dixon, I believe, starts what in Maryland or somewhere in Delaware or whatever, Maryland, and everything below that line is really the South. So really, Maryland, because it seemed like when people talk about the South in the South, it seemed like they don't mention Virginia, and they damn sure don't mention Maryland. And I know for a fact that a lot in certain places in Virginia, they don't consider themselves the South. I remember reading the clips in the article saying they always considered themselves to be East Coast, like not South, but the East Coast, and they from Virginia Beach. Uh, Baltimore, Maryland is technically like that area. That's Eastern. That's technically that's the South. Baltimore is the South. But when you go to it, the people to us in New York, New Jersey, PA, Massachusetts, all further up, they got sort of a southern twang. So we call them country. We would call them country. But if you look at them, they really not country. They just sound different, a little bit different from us. If you look at the style of they dress, the style and the way they dress is an East Coast style of dress. The Maryland, DC, even a lot of places in Virginia, they dress like East Coast guys. They slang is more East Coast guys. The architecture of they buildings and they streets and everything is East Coast, but it's technically the South. Yeah, so that, and then they call it the Mid-Atlantic, and they say those states is not up high enough to be considered East Coast, but they not down enough to be considered the South. So that's why they call it, I think, the Mid-Atlantic. And they say this is where the North and the South meet. The North and the South meets up in the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. But if you go by what man has made, the Mason-Dixon line, I don't know if DC would qualify as the South, but I know Maryland and Virginia is the South. If you go by them, to me, Virginia is the South. To us up here, Virginia is the South. But people down there in the South don't see Virginia as the South. They pretty much start with North Carolina when it comes to the East Coast. And in a sense, Northeastern people think anything down south is down south. If Delaware to us, I done heard nigga, I knew a nigga went to school in Delaware, went to Delaware State, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going down south." I'm like, where you going, Delaware? That ain't that motherfucker. That's a border state. That's next door, because Jersey is bordered by Delaware, New York, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, that's a Delaware is a border state. That ain't down south, but it's, yeah, that too. Upstate, it's some people in upstate New York that's country. So I don't know how they, so technically, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's how I don't go by what man makes up and men's rules and all this and that. To me, I don't really, people consider Virginia the South, but to me, like I said, I feel like it's half and half. I don't really, it don't really, it don't totally feel so. It don't, like when I went to Virginia, it don't feel southern to me. It do, but it don't. It's like a mixture. It do, but it don't. Like that. I went to Virginia Beach. I went up in Norfolk to the hood in Norfolk, and I went in a bar, and I'm talking about it looked like 93 in Atlanta somewhere. I'm talking about all these girls had these real long, curvy fingernails. They had gold teeth in their mouth. They had all these tall hairdos, that yellow hair, red hair, different, all these different colors. You remember how girls down south was like kind of dressing in the '90s? Like they it was more experimental with the colors and everything like that. And there was a smoking club. Everybody in there was smoking, and I was like, okay, this feel like the South. And then they had certain little restaurants, but it was certain places when I went to, that was in the hood in Norfolk, but it was when I went around Virginia Beach, it gave me more of an East Coast type of vibe. Like the people who I was running into, it gave me an East Coast vibe. So Virginia mixed like that. But to me, I don't, like they say Maryland is the South. I don't think Maryland is the South. Even it's kind of sort of, but Baltimore definitely is East Coast like a motherfucker to me. It's weird. DMV will fool you, but I do like the DMV though. A lot of people move to that area. Yep, but Napoleon, right? Rochester. I think every state got like something like that, like a more part was because Jersey damn sure got that. Because to me, Trent they got a little uh southern drawl to them. Like when you get closer to Philly, you know what I'm saying? When I was in DC, dudes told me that B more NYC, Jersey, and Philly are clicked up against DC cats. I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard that one. Yeah, that's a new one. I know for a fact because I've known people from Baltimore and DC. I've known for a fact, and I remember the first time I was introduced to it was the TV show The Corner. When I seen that they didn't like each other, DC and Baltimore, and that's true because I've met people in my life. Like college gave me a chance because I met people from everywhere. I've met people from everywhere. And Florida got a lot of people from other states. Florida is mostly people from other places. And DC and Baltimore, that's a real thing. I don't know what that is, but they don't get along. Now, it's kind of like a in my opinion, it's like an unspoken New York, New Jersey rivalry because I can say this. New York sort of look down on everybody. New York sort of, and they definitely look down on Jersey. I think they think Jersey is like a little brother or just up under them or something like that. Um, um, Jersey people ain't scared of New York people. Jersey people might go hang in New York, or they call it going to the city. Jersey people might listen to New York people music, but Jersey people don't fuck. New York kind of got an arrogance about themselves. Like they come from somewhere where they got everything at, and so they go places, and I don't think they mean to be offensive, but they come off as offensive because they go somewhere. Oh, back in New York or in New York, this. Oh, I'm from New York, and da 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 da. But motherfuckers don't out here don't give a fuck about them niggas like that. I know my experience in interacting with people from New York growing up, they all was super tough acting and unnecessarily tough, trying to act unnecessarily tough to me. You know what I'm saying? So that was my, so I don't think it's no huge hate for them, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, we don't be on their dick or kiss their ass and nothing like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I done seen a couple of them come out here and get beat the fuck up because they be trying to act tough. You know what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, I remember it was one came to my elementary school named Brooks. They ran his ass right up out of there. Everybody was on his ass. Like my experiences with New York dudes, you know what I'm saying, coming over this way, they get into it with everybody real quick. I ain't run into too many, but the ones I have, that's been the story. They got to go. They used to come there to hustle lots of unalive. All right. Yeah, I don't like Jersey and Philly got more of a like Jersey and Philly seem to be cool. You know what I'm saying? And Jersey and Philly got more of a fighting reputation. They proud Philly. One thing when I had a friend there, when I had my peoples there, and I used to go out there, Philly got a fighting reputation. They proud of fighting too. As much unaliving and gun violence and unaliving that go on there, they still proud of fighting. And they pride themselves in fighting. And it's a lot of dudes out there with hands. It's a lot of boxing gyms. A lot of them grow up taking boxing. Like you'll go to a normal ghetto and everybody that played basketball or football. That's one of them places where you go to, and a lot of people, like when I was out there, you know how many people I met that used to be talking and in casual conversation. They used to go to the boxing gym. They used to go to the gym and, like, you know what I'm saying, go to the boxing. Like, they proud of that out there. And in my observation, like, a New York dude will probably act tougher than a Philly dude. Like, he'll act tougher, but that's an old reputation they going off of from the 70s and 80s. A New York dude will act tougher, but a Philly dude, is actually tougher than a New York guy, in my opinion. A tough guy in Philly tougher than a tough guy in New York. So moving around, I give you a a greater perspective on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be so, they be thinking where they from just the toughest place in the world, and it's like, bro, you better move around. Like, I understand Miami might be a big deal, but I remember I was in Florida, and a friend of mine, this was around the time when um Trick Daddy went to Miami. I mean, Trick Daddy went to Detroit and got done dirty and all this and that. So, and my friend, he just really was only from Florida. And I remember him telling me, like, man, they better watch out, Trick Daddy from Miami and all this and that. And I'm like, me knowing my research and my history and encountering people uh in the town or around school that was from, I'm like, dude, bro, that's, I understand what you, but bro, that's Detroit. That's one of the worst. Him being from Miami don't mean nothing more. It don't matter where you from. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely, him being from Miami is not gonna scare someone from Detroit. Detroit 10 times worse than Miami. You know what I'm saying? And that don't matter. But people, I notice people look at geographic location and think that that means something. You know, I never got that. You can be a nerd from Wyoming, put you in the dirt. Yeah, it don't matter. You know. Yeah. You get to talking about where you from. That shit don't mean nothing outside of where you from. When you leave outside of where you from, it don't. It might mean something to the surrounding towns in your state. You know what I'm saying? So you be like, oh, uh, I'm from what's a town? I'm from Houston. You know what I'm saying? And Houston might be a tough town. It might mean something for you to say that in Texas, but you go next door and somewhere in Louisiana or Alabama, so I don't think they care too much. You feel me? Damn. Yeah, it is. It's a nice size city. Cause coming up when I was growing up here, I was closed off, and then I realized that, like, when I went down to Florida, I seen a little more stuff, and a lot of that was just a lot of the stuff I seen in Florida it was a little wilder of an environment because it was the looseness of the gun laws. Like, I went from having never seen a chopper in person to seeing multitudes of them, having homeboys with them, and everything else. And they like, I don't know how many I've seen at this point, and M16s and like all sorts of different type of weaponry that I didn't see people in Jersey having, and they were saying it was too big. And I was like, damn. So I'm like, y'all think y'all over here acting so tough, man? These people got all kind of artillery. Everywhere you go, they got it. But then fast forward 2007, 8, and 9, when I start to go in Philly, they had the same artillery, and I'm looking like, and then I'm seeing how so a lot of stuff I saw for the first time out there, going out there, them time when I would come up here for Christmas or during the summer. And that motherfucker was crazy. And the places where I was like, okay, I wouldn't live here if I ever lived out here. Don't move. I know not to move here. Them places are starting to get crazy now. Because I remember when I used to go out there, the place to go to was Northeast Philadelphia, or like the area near Temple, you know what I'm saying? And Northeast Philadelphia and all that. Like that's now, because they done tore down projects, they moving and displacing people and putting them all in them areas. So you can pretty much say the whole Philly now is dangerous, because even the places that wasn't that dangerous, they done got dangerous now because of that. When you tear down projects and shit, you gotta watch where you move them people. You can't move them people anywhere. That's what people don't know, man. That around all over there around Temple and all, they out there getting it, bro. They ain't playing with, man. I'm talking about, when I say getting it, I mean being victimized. You know what I'm saying? Mm. National Guard might be, yeah. Why he putting National Guard every damn where? Shit. Double tap on the screen for me. Yep. They may possibly want to just militarize shit anyway, and have it where the military standing on every corner, You know what I'm saying? Like some of these other countries, you can't go here, you can't go there, be inside by this time, do this, do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's see their level of resistance to this now so we'll know what we looking at. Yeah. You ain't got no more free. You ain't got no more privacy. You know what I'm saying? Yep, dictatorship. It's a camera everywhere. Your information been lit. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. That shit crazy out here. Like, share, and subscribe. Double tap on the screen, man. Hit that like button. Big IV, big full body people for the people. And the C is for the Real Only channel. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. We coming up on a 2.5 hour mark. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell up out of here. Chalk it up, see what the tally is tonight. We should have probably less than 1,000 hours to go now. Yep. But anyway, appreciate everybody for coming through. Yaya, Napoleon, Moni, Monica, it's your partner. Who else we had? Oh, I can't even see back that far. They ain't even let me go back. Oh yeah. Life of Nikki Lee, Tony O Man came through. Salute. Yep. Starboy came through. VC came through. I'm gonna get back up with y'all tomorrow, man. I'm about to surf these YouTube streets real quick and then lay it down. All right.